Life is very unfair. Unfortunately, at the age of 41, Luke Harper, aka Brodie Lee, has sadly passed away. And when I say that life is unfair, the man was 41 years old. He had a beautiful family, young kids, and on top of that, just by looking at other tweets from wrestlers, you can tell how great of a person he was. This came out of nowhere. I'm still shocked, sad. I don't really know what to say, but judging by the tweets from other professional wrestlers, we should all be inspired to be as good of a person and father as John Huber was. I don't need to say how talented he was, we all know that, but what is your favorite Luke Harper, Brodie Lee, whatever you want to call him, memory is in professional wrestling? I think my favorite match of Luke Harper is actually TLC 2014, Dolph Ziggler versus Luke Harper Intercontinental Championship. It actually kicked off the show. The crowd was amazing, and it's actually one of these different creative ladder matches. So in case you didn't, make sure to remember this man, watch a couple of his matches. Rest in peace, you will be missed. Welcome to Greatness of SmackDown, a different kind of episode. It's a shitty day, man, losing a professional wrestler is always sad. Losing someone this young who still has so much stuff to do, has young kids, that's just bullshit, man. I didn't really plan making a video on SmackDown, but since it was a very good show, why don't we just talk about it? It almost felt like a pay-per-view in my opinion, because most of the time when we have Christmas episodes of Raw and SmackDown, most likely it's gonna be the worst episode of the year. Most likely. But this Christmas edition episode of SmackDown was actually a night of good wrestling. I think every match was very, very enjoyable, and we actually had, I think, 3 championship matches. That's awesome. The show kicked off in a very big way. Steel cage match for the WWE Universal Championship. Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns. Now, I don't have a problem with it. As a matter of fact, that was actually one of the best matches we've seen in recent memory. Whenever we have Roman Reigns in the ring, we know it's gonna be special. But even though I said I wasn't really into Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns, after TLC my opinion changed, because I do like the way Kevin Owens is being portrayed right now. It doesn't matter if he dies in the ring, he's still gonna try to win that Universal Championship, no matter what. One issue I have with this, why did it open the show? I do get it because, well, the title didn't change hands in this one, it changed in the other match. But kayfabe-wise, wouldn't you leave that match for the main event? Doesn't matter, still a great match. Obviously, Roman Reigns cheated. We got Jimmy Uso, he handcuffed Kevin Owens to the rope, and Roman Reigns left the ring just like that, and he retained the WWE Universal Championship. As expected, this episode was actually pre-taped, so most of you probably knew it. If Kevin Owens won the WWE Universal Championship, we probably would have gotten a lot of spoilers. By the way, this is actually pretty big. Monday Night Raw hits 1.67 million viewers. I think, I could be wrong, I think this episode of SmackDown actually had over 3 million viewers, which is not crazy big, but compared to Monday Night Raw, it's almost twice as big. That's crazy. And honestly, I believe they deserve it because as of right now, SmackDown is my favorite show. By far. The Royal Rumble pay-per-view is happening next, and I honestly don't see Roman Reigns facing Kevin Owens again. I mean, I wouldn't really mind, I guess, at this point. It's still very entertaining. For me, it's actually just gotten entertaining. I would say it's probably Daniel Bryan, but that's not happening, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. We see the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka and Charlotte Flair, and we basically had a very generic match setup. We saw Bayley and Carmella, Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks, and this turned into a triple threat elimination match for the WWE Women's Tag Team titles. Now I know it sounds generic, sounds like something Monday Night Raw would do, but honestly, it was a very good match. We had some of the best WWE women in the ring, so I believe it did the job. I also loved seeing Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks again. I know many people hate this, and we've seen that many times, but I believe, it's it's not necessarily time to renew this rivalry because they're on different brands, but I wouldn't mind that in 2021. But we got natural selection on Belair, and Charlotte Flair and Asuka retained the championships just as expected. This team is kinda growing on me. I know it's a very random team put together, but I think I said that before. I kinda like these kind of tag teams, you know, Edge and Randy Orton, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Two main eventers in a team always works in my opinion most of the time. Now, I also like this tag team because it's kind of funny. You know, Carmella was like, look at how beautiful I am, and we saw Charlotte Flair covering Asuka's eyes. That was funny. We saw the Street Profits giving Sami Zayn a gift, and instead of saying I am the Intercontinental Champion, it says I was the Intercontinental Champion. Sami Zayn is not happy about it. We got Daniel Bryan versus Jay Uso. Just before the match, Daniel Bryan got attacked, we got a big brawl, but it turned into a match, and it was a good one as well. You know, every time these two are in the ring, we all know it's gonna be a great match, and like I've said, on this night, every match delivered. This was not an exception. And even though Jay Uso attacked Daniel Bryan before the match and he had the upper hand, Daniel Bryan still came out with a W. It was a running knee out of nowhere, and he pinned Jay Uso. That's all great, awesome match, but the most important thing is, after the match, Daniel Bryan announced that he will be in the Royal Rumble match. And we all know it's pretty risky because people really want Daniel Bryan to win the Royal Rumble match. At least 20 years ago, like, I don't know, it was 2018, 16, 17. I don't even know at this point, but remember when Daniel Bryan got eliminated and then we got Goldust and his Titantron said, "Shattered dreams." Yeah, thanks WWE. But I honestly believe he could win the match, and that's the reason why we're not getting Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns at Royal Rumble, because it's a big match. You would think that WWE would put this match on the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, but now since Daniel Bryan is actually entering the Royal Rumble match, this is probably not gonna happen. Now, Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan, that is a match I believe all of us would love to see. I know Goldberg wants Reigns, but leave that for the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, anywhere. You know, we want Daniel Bryan versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I'm excited for Goldberg versus Reigns, but not at WrestleMania. People really love Roman Reigns right now, and he's a heel. I believe if we would put Daniel Bryan in this story, you would get this mixed reaction. You know, you want to see Roman Reigns' style reign continuing, but you wouldn't mind seeing Daniel Bryan as a champion as well. And with the right story, you would want Daniel Bryan to win that WWE Championship again. I'm all for the story. And of course, in the main event, we got Sami Zayn versus Big E, the WWE Intercontinental Championship. It was a lumberjack match, which I get it, you know, it kind of makes sense because Sami Zayn is in this match and he's cheating a lot, and you know, the only time he's losing the championship is when he cannot cheat because we have a bunch of wrestlers surrounding the ring. As a matter of fact, he actually tried to leave the match, but you know, they got him back into the ring, and Big E won the match, and he's your new Intercontinental Champion. Big moment. Awesome, one of the most memorable moments, a great way to close 2020. The only issue is, I don't want to see Sami Zayn losing the championship. That sucks. He was so entertaining. Then again, maybe he's gonna be even more entertaining chasing the championship, saying it's a conspiracy, he never lost the championship, they cheated. You know, Big E never won the championship. These people took the championship away from Sami Zayn. I don't know. I believe he could be even more entertaining as someone who's chasing the championship. So at the end of the day, I don't think Sami Zayn is losing his push. And I really hope so, because he was, for me, one of the biggest highlights when it comes to WWE in 2020. Big E winning the championship is a big moment though. So I don't really mind. They're pushing him anyway, so he probably needs that championship, and he could make that championship even more legit with the right booking. So that is your SmackDown. A pretty good show. I wish we got shows like this a bit more often, you know, shows that feel like pay-per-views. And I'm sorry this video probably wasn't as entertaining as I would like it to be, but you know, I don't feel like joking around in this video. It's a shitty day, but yeah, thank you for watching this video. Leave me some of your favorite Brodie Lee Luke Harper moments from his professional wrestling career in the comments below. Thank you for watching, the great one. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.